What happens if you take the slowest possible car on Gran Turismo and put it up against one of the fastest cars in the world? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. First of all, we introduce the 1968 Fiat 500F. Unarguably one of the slowest cars in Gran Turismo, managing a dismal 16 bhp. And unless you're going down a very big hill, you will struggle to hit 60 miles an hour. It took 18 seconds to get to 40 miles an hour. We're still going. "30 seconds and we haven't even hit 50 yet." There you go, 34 seconds to hit 50 miles an hour, and it's going to take us probably another 3 days to even hit the top speed of what seemed to be 54, perhaps 55 miles an hour. Has taken 50 seconds. And then introducing the race car that the poxy Fiat will be up against. The Group 1 Toyota GR010. Four-wheel drive and producing 670 bhp straight out the factory doors. This thing is an absolute powerhouse of a machine. With a weight of 1040 kg, this car manages to spit out 644 bhp per tonne. Safe to say that's a little more than the dreadful Fiat. Up into 7th gear then, over 200 miles an hour, 204, 205, 206, as the wheel of this starts to literally almost shake off the frame. 208 miles an hour, 29. Are we going to clip 210? This wheel feels like it's going to put this car into the wall. So much power from this car. 209 miles an hour. That is over 4 times quicker than the Fiat. So then what is the challenge we've got for these two cars today? Well, we're going to put them head to head on the Nurburgring Nordschleife. Now, of course, that sounds like a ridiculous proposition, and it absolutely is. Our challenge is to see how many laps we can do in our Toyota GR010 in the time that it takes the Fiat to do just one. Let's see how we get on. Okay then, here we go. We're off to a slightly better start with a bit of wheel spin in first, but a quicker getaway than the Fiat. We can consider that car overtaken. We have already clawed a 4-second, 5-second, 6-second, 7-second gap, and away we go. So you are going to be able to keep an eye on the car's progress. Our challenge is to do maybe 3 laps of the Nurburgring Nordschleife in the time it is going to take that dreadful Fiat to do just one. Hybrid car, this Toyota, and as we can see, some of the battery being deployed through the gears, kind of 3rd, 4th, maybe it's a bit of 5th, as we need, whoa, the most power that we possibly can from the electric motors combining to produce such an astronomical amount of horsepower. Just clipping there, almost 200, or maybe we did, just as we hit the left-hander down into 3rd and into this incredible rat run section of the Nürburgring.
You got your own jingle, man!
Now, the other thing to mention is that this car has not been tuned, it's not been edited, it has not been evolved in any way than it would do coming straight out of the factory doors, at least within the confines of GT7. And as we can see, there is not much more power that we would probably want from this car. If anything, it would be more downforce. But there is already an astronomical amount of downforce pushing this car into the ground and absolutely crucifying, you would think, those 4 tyres on the ground, pretty much turning that rubber into chewing gum, I would imagine, for the amount of downforce that this car actually generates. Absolutely insane. We're going to get a chance here to see top speed, although we are on a slightly uphill run, so you never quite get the absolute top end of the car here. We're going to max that out in 6th, I think. I'm not brave enough. A slight touch of the brakes, and a downshift that we probably didn't really need to do. We can see already we have done more than twice the distance of that Fiat in just 3 minutes. Oh, just about holding it together there through the carousel, the most iconic corner in probably all of motorsport. And we've been driving for 3.5 minutes and we've already pulled a 2-minute gap to that Fiat.
This is James May on BBC Southern Counties Radio. The Home Secretary Charles Clarke says he won't resign over his department's failure to check whether...
Ho-ho! Almost binning it at YouTube corner. We do not want to look like an idiot on YouTube. Although clearly it is too late for that because you're already watching this video. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you will see that being an idiot is my absolute master trait of this channel. We're going to lift ever so slightly here. Oh, it doesn't make any difference. To try and not let so much air get underneath the car and lift the front end. We were a jet pilot temporarily there. Okay, on to the back straight of the Nordschleife here. And as we can see, we've been going now for 5 minutes 20 and we have pulled a 3-minute gap to the Fiat. Can we manage to do 2 laps in the time it takes the Fiat to do just 1? Heading out now onto the second lap of the Nordschleife. That is a 5-minute 50 for lap number 1. Can we catch up now? The race is on to the Fiat. Trying to be as smooth as we possibly can there. Cut a little bit of that curb, a little bit of that curb, a little bit of that curb, and a little bit of that curb for good measure. We then avoid that curb, not intentionally, just through a lack of skill. 5.7 seconds quicker this lap. Of course, a rolling start to this second lap since we had a grid start at the beginning. And we can see the gap. We are now closer to the Fiat than we were when we were further away. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Not quite. Basically, in terms of lap position or track position, we've passed being the furthest away from the Fiat that we possibly could. Now, some of you would be sat there thinking, well, if this car can be 4 times quicker than the Fiat, how come it can't do 4 laps to the Fiat's 1? Well, of course, it is diminishing returns to a certain degree, but you have to remember that the Fiat, at some cases, like that corner there, could actually be doing the same speed as this car. It is all about the braking, the acceleration, the actual cornering speed. So we're not permanently always driving 4 times the speed of the Fiat.
I've got a question actually for the listeners, which is if you use a jet wash, should the bonger on each cycle go off at the end?
And here we go. This might be the next couple of corners. Here is when we are hopefully going to catch and potentially, I would assume, overtake. There it is! We have absolutely flown past the Fiat there. That just shows the speed difference of these two cars though, doesn't it? That is absolutely insane. Oh, don't run off the track now. We've been doing so well. Right now I'm pushing like crazy because we could potentially here go for a third, or this entire video falls apart. It's one or the other. Surely there is absolutely no way we can cross the line of the Nurburgring Nordschleife and then go do another lap before that car crosses the line. But if we look at where we've left it, it's probably got a quarter of the track still to go. But then the rest of this track becomes... Let's just brush over that. But then the rest of this track becomes all about straight line speed. And of course that back straight is where we make up against the Fiat so much time. Oh, I do wonder if there's a chance of us being able to do this now. I do wonder if there's a chance of us being able to do this. Genuinely, I do not know how this is going to pan out. A lot of people that do these videos will sit and really plan them to be really close. I genuinely have absolutely no idea, and if we keep driving like that, we'll find out sooner than we want. When we put it into a wall, can we catch that Fiat back up now? Let's have a look at where it is on the track. It is about 3/4 of the way done. We've got a long way to catch up. And even if we manage that, it is going to be so close. We also have tyres degrading. We're at standard 1x tyre degradation. So a true to life simulation for when this happens in the real world. You can predict, you can put your money on and bet and make loads of money because you've seen some idiot on YouTube do exactly the same thing. Next time you see a Fiat 500 from 1962 or 68, whatever it is, go head to head with a Group 1 LMP1 Toyota. Let's go. This is a real challenge now. This is genuinely, I want to do this now. I want to get the third lap in. But I'm also now trying really hard not to crash because I don't want to lose time by putting it off the track. But we've really got to push now. We're 1 second up on our time versus the previous lap. You can see the Fiat has only got, I think that is 2 sectors to go. Possibly 3. Absolutely rinsing this car for all the power it has now. Right, the Fiat we can see is heading into what we all know as the second or mini carousel of the Nurburgring.
Jeremy, go.
It's all completely hopeless.
Thank you very much. That's the travel with Jeremy Clark.
He's a fair few sectors ahead of us now. But can we close and catch? I tell you what, as far as a fun challenge goes, I urge you to attempt this yourself. This is actually so much more fun than racing against the normal AI. The Fiat not even halfway down the back straight. Are we going to be able to catch up? Are we going to be able to do it? Come on! Come on. Come on. Come on. We should be able to do this. We should be able to do this. I think I can see the Fiat. I can see it. I think it's just about to go over the crest of the hill at the Dottinghorse Straight. This is going to be actually so much closer than I thought it would be. There it is! Yes! We've done it! We have done it, we have done it, we have done it. Oh, wow. Now, that was a good challenge. Of course, we've got to get across the line. Let's not bin it just yet. We actually almost do, as I say that. Yes! And across the line. 3 laps we've managed to complete in the time that it has taken the Fiat to do 1. That is a really good, fun challenge. And I urge you to give that a go. That is so much fun. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and drop your comments below. If you have any other stupid, very silly challenges for us to try, let me know in the comments and we will give them a go. See you in the next video.
Load of rubbish this is, and I think it's absolutely dreadful.